When Jesus finished the Sermon on the Mount, it says that the crowds were astonished at his teaching because he taught as one who had authority, not like their scribes. So I have to ask the question today, what's happened to the wonder that we once felt at the authority of Jesus' teaching? I mean, our culture, I guess, kind of rejects authority at large. I mean, at some point we just kind of trusted our parents and we thought our teachers were the best, and whatever a coach said to us was golden. Even pastors, for the longest time, were thought to be people of authority. But now something changes, and I don't know if it happens when we're preteens or in our adolescent years, or as we grow closer and closer into adulthood, something kind of shifts and we become skeptical of authority. We become judgmental of people in those positions. We no longer trust our parents. We no longer think our teachers know what they're talking about. We take our teams and we kind of rebel against our coaches. And our churches, we become critical of our pastors and leaders. And I think we've taken this kind of anti-authority stance even against Jesus. We're no longer astonished at his authority. We no longer see that his authority is something beautiful. And I just think maybe over time we've become so used to hearing his word or reading the red letters from our scripture that we're no longer hearing his voice. We no longer have the wonder and the astonishment at the authority with which he teaches. The beauty of God's kingdom, the beauty of the Sermon on the Mount, rests in the fact that these words speak to the deepest parts of our heart. When these people went up the mountain, when they finally found themselves in the presence of Jesus, when they were experiencing his voice in that moment, it was astonishing, it was wonderful, it was beautiful. And I hope and I pray that as we go into these studies, as we today read the Sermon on the Mount, that we see the beauty of his kingdom painted in our hearts. Because we've got to become a people who can hear his voice, not just the people who know his words. There's a difference there. It's subtle, but it makes all the difference between just being someone with a lot of head knowledge about Jesus and being a true follower of Jesus. Are we the kind of people who hear his voice and are astonished at his authority? Are we the kind of people who are going to let the Sermon on the Mount turn our worlds upside down?